This is a Lexus CT200H. It's the 1.8 engine, Premier SE 5-door, 2011 61 plate, has sat-nav, Bluetooth radio, lots of gadgets, headlight washers, cruise control, 16-inch 10-spoke alloy wheels, keyless start. That's the key, so long as you have that in your pocket. And also, worst comes to worst, the key to get in. It's got DAB digital radio, iPod auxiliary input, bi-xenon headlights, parking sensors front and rear. If you look at the display there, as soon as you put it in reverse, you get a picture of where you're going, and as you turn the steering wheel, it shows you where you would go, which obviously in this case would be up the curb and to damage your wheels. So it's a really good idea, easy for parking. It has the Mark Levinson multimedia package, FM and AM tuner with RDS, 6-inch dash display, also got USB connectivity and dual zone digital climate control, which you can see here. Steering wheel, mode button for the radio, also the display on this side, and your telephone controls. Just there is cruise control. On the right hand side here, it's for setting your 3-position seats. We're now going up and down as the camera is attached to the seat. You will see it moving. Not a very good display, but just take my word for it. On the center console here, you have effectively a mouse enter button on either side, so you can move with your fingers, keep your hand over the top, and you can click with either left or right. Just try and show you, there's menu, so you can move about with the joystick there. If you want to go on to climate control, then click, and that gives you all the stuff. Click again and it brings it up. Click there. All done from the center console. I'm going to just turn that down a bit. And then again, menu, navigation. Don't really want destination, so click it anyway. Down to map. So that shows you where we are at the moment. There's a light on here because I've got my iPad on the passenger seat, so the seat belt isn't fastened and it's showing the airbags on, but wouldn't be working at the moment. You've got heated seats here, 2 switches. They press out, turn on. Eco mode, normal mode, sport mode, all changes on the dashboard here. Just go to there. That brings the rev counter up instead of the eco mode. But for the purposes of this demonstration, we'll have it in eco mode. EV. That's cut it to the electric engine. Let's see if we can change the display. Info. Fuel consumption. There we go. Past record shows you the state of the battery at the moment and the consumption. So we'll set off on a test drive. Here we go. In drive. The mirrors go back up. When it was in reverse, they changed so that you can see the curb or the floor. But in drive, that's it. Oh, that's the parking brake, by the way, button. So we'll put it back in drive, knocks the parking brake off, And here we go, we're all set to go. Steering wheel, reach and rake adjustable, and we're away. At this moment you can see from the display there in the centre, that's just working off battery. We're in EV mode, and that's it, we're away. The click there was the central door locking working, closes all the doors as soon as you get to a certain speed. And the stuff you can hear rattling about is my camera equipment in the back, not the car. The whole car is, this particular car is like brand new. It smells of leather. I can't see a mark on it anywhere. Everything's beautiful. Now as we're slowing down, it's taking power from the wheels, regenerating it and putting it back in the battery and recharging the battery. That's it. It's doing nothing until I press the accelerator, and then we're away. Just working off battery. As I put my foot down, you probably heard the engine come in, and that's showing the engine and battery working simultaneously. As with all electric cars, when you take your foot off the accelerator, you seem to slow down quicker than you would in just a petrol engine car. This is because it's regenerating the energy, putting it back in the battery, so it slows down quicker than you would normally do. There you go, showing you the display there that all the power's going back in. Car drive's really nice. There's also the big position on the automatic gearbox. If you've watched other videos, again, this is, it gives you engine braking if you're going downhill. The result of, if you're in a petrol engine car, just changing down, the engine braking slows you down rather than using your brakes and heating them up. This is exactly the same, and I believe it regenerates the power better in B. There's also a display on the dashboard, which is kind of exactly the same as there but smaller and not in colour. Flick over to there to consumption, also patch record. That shows you the miles per gallon you've been achieving beforehand. And that's up, the top ones are up in the 60s. mirrors fold in when you switch the car off. There's also a button on the dash which you can knock them in when you're going up a narrow lane. It's actually quite sporty, so let's just stick into sport. That's a nice effect. The dashboard glows red when you're in sport, so there's no mistaking. It's actually very nice. Sport, the electric motor helps out the petrol engine. you can see, when you're driving economically, there's a blue glow to the dashboard. When you put your foot down, it goes, and the display there shows power, eco and charge until you turn to sport, which I will do when we just get around this corner. Click the sport button, close red, display changes to a rev counter. The car performs a little better and steers a little better. Display button here changes a little display down there. Been a good idea if you just stayed on your own side of the road, but thank you.